guys, it's Kurt. Um, I want to show you guys something. Oh, that's Mac. Say hi to Mac. Mac's my best pal. He keeps me company and gives me cuddles. Mac. Hey, Mac. Mac. Come say hi. Come say hi, Mac. This is Mac. He's my best good friend. He's named after Mac Miller and Big Macs and Macintosh computers and Mac addresses. Just kidding. I know nothing about networking, but I'm starting to learn. This wasn't the point of the video, but Mac's here, so I just was introducing you guys to him, if you haven't met him yet. I got this Shiva incense holder, and it makes me really happy. I'll read the little note. Oh, I put it on my wall. The little note that came with it. Oh, I put it on my Instagram. The note. So if I can find my phone. I'm so tall. I'm so tall. Okay. Shiva. Shiva is both. Oh, I almost sat on my cat, Mac. He's not really my cat, but he's a cool cat. I mean, if I left him, he'd come running back. We both have separation anxiety. Shiva is both destroyer and recreator. He's depicted in many forms, but as the lord of the dance, he brings the dance cycle of life to an end. In order for a new cycle to begin, this statue illustrates a legend in which he subdued 10,000 non-believers by dancing on the demon of ignorance. He dances in the flaming halo, which symbolizes the cosmos. By beating on his drum with his right hand, he summons up a new creation. His left foot symbolizes liberation, and the vertical eye on his forehead gives light to the world. I really liked that it said the 10,000 non-believers, because in Lao Tzu, when he creates the Tao, Lao Tzu says that the Tao is comprised of the 10,000 things of which we are, and that multiplicity is also the one, the Tao that pervades us. Harmony. So I liked that he used the 10,000 things. But Shiva's the destroyer, which is why I like him so much. I was trying to figure out if I should get Vishnu, Krishna, or Shiva. And I was like, I gotta get Shiva, because he's like a homeboy. If you kill your ego, you get a better one. Shiva allows Vishnu to level up. You have to kill it, and then you level up. Okay? So don't be afraid, just level up. Level up. What song is that? It's by... I want to say Sierra, but I don't think it is. Level up. I can look it up. Ha. Kurt is amazing at music. I listen to music more than y'all sleep. I can prove it. Um, I don't think I actually got it more than y'all sleep this year, but Spotify, Spotify, the Wrapped only does it for 10 months. So if you like multiply 7 times 4 times 10 times 8, you get, I think, a little bit more than this. But that's like actually accurate because if I'm listening to music, I'm not asleep. Except for the other day, I listened to like heavy metal and I fell asleep. Like, took a quick nap. But it was like one of those things where I was like napping, but I was also awake. Has that ever happened to you? Like, it's like sleep paralysis. So I was listening to heavy metal and I was awake, but I was definitely asleep. Anyway, I'm good at music. I might get the lyrics wrong. One time I took this cooking class and I went to the cooking class once because I couldn't go after that because I was chronically ill and I have been since with heart inflammation. And it was probably best that I didn't go back to the cooking class because I was definitely the weak link. But I would have liked to go back to the cooking class. I like to cook. I just couldn't chop with my knife. Now I can chop better. But I have a shitty knife for reasons we don't have to go into. But the instructor was playing, the chef was playing uh, music, and he was playing rock, and he played Freddie Mercury, and I of course started singing Queen, which Bohemian Rhapsody, but I don't know the lyrics to Bohemian Rhapsody, like the opera part. Like, I don't think anyone knows it. Now I know it, but I used to sing, and I'll still sing to this day, even though I know the real lyrics is, I see a little silhouette of a man. Got a moose, can you do the fandango? Thunderbolts of lightning, very, very frightening me. But I sung got a moose instead of like Faramoosh or whatever, like the gesture, the court gesture. I had to look it up after because he made fun of me for singing the wrong lyrics. I don't always get the lyrics right, but I can get them close. Got a moose, can you do the fandango? And apparently, the fandango or whatever has something to do with killing yourself or hanging yourself. I like that. Anyway, so I say I'm good at music, but I can't keep any tune. And I normally get the lyrics wrong. But I think that that's part of art, is getting it seeing it a different way than the original intention, which is why when you sing all alone is all you are, all we are, and instead of all in all is all we are, for all apologies, you aren't getting it wrong, you're just getting it different. And I'll leave you with this. I looked up this poet one time. His name's Michael Quran or Quran. I don't know how you say it, but it's spelled like Quran. And I looked him up, and he does public television, like CCTV, and Is that right? Closed circuit television? Is that what public broadcast networks are? I don't know. Kurt, using you're using acronyms now. I thought CCTV was to spy on people. That's definitely what it is, Kurt. It's not, like this dude was like he's like on the local networks. He reads poetry on the local networks. Anyway, he went to visit this other local network dude, and he was telling this story, and he said, anyway, while he was telling these like riddles, I guess, to this dude, and they were all like cones, like, or not cone, yeah, definitely cones. Like, in order to get them, you had to think outside of all known paradigms. And he was like, one time when I was a kid, I was in class, and my teacher asked me how I spelled alligator, and I said A-L. That wasn't. It was crocodile. She asked me how I spelled crocodile, and he was like, and I spelled it Krock, and the teacher was like, no, that's wrong, and the guy was like, I told the teacher I was right. I answered her question right. Why did I answer her question right? And the dude that was supposed to be answering the question on this like local television network that's with this poet who clearly is a god among men and thinks way outside of all known paradigms. He goes, I don't know why. And the guy was like, because she asked me how I spelled it. And that's very much what I'm trying to say here is there's a known way for doing things, and there's a known way for interpreting lyrics and for fitting in society, but that doesn't have to be the way that you do it. That's just one way to do it. We haven't exhausted all possibilities by like creating a framework. That's what I really like about computer science is so you have a problem, there are a million ways to solve it. And of those a million ways to solve it, there's going to be some that are going to be better than others because they're going to run faster, use less space, or they're going to use less processing power or whatever. Um, but even within that, if you say, I need I have this system, I need to run this process in this amount of time, etc. The amount of ways that you can provide a system that does that is still really large. So when we go to describe and prescribe a way to a system to interact with our universe, we get into the same thing as computing, where there's a million ways to do it. Yet for some reason, for human systems, we don't think like computer scientists. We're like, no, this is the way that it's always been done. We will do it this way because it's the only way that we can do it. But you guys have put yourself into a hole without even considering if it's the best way to do it, the smartest way to do it, the fastest way to do it, and it helps the most people. You just are like, no, we're doing this because this is the way it's always been done. But sometimes you have to reassess, and then you have to refactor. I have a book on refactoring. Just got it. I think refactoring came new in programming. At first, apparently, they didn't do it, which I find absurd. And I think that you guys, politicians, should read a book on refactoring because we really need some refactoring. Can't just say it's working when it's not working as well as it can do. Like, see all the possibilities. You're limiting yourself. Stop limiting yourself. Don't even listen to me. Think for yourself. That's it.